I got two examples right here. I'll do the first one first. Talking to the camera. I got the hair that I want to go in that dread, set aside. I'll hold it between my fingers, between these two knuckles like this. I'm gonna push the dread into the scalp. I'm gonna rub for 15 to 30 seconds. Until the root is nice and fluffy and solid. Here's a comparison. See how thin that is? Look how fluffy that is. That's the difference. Now that the dread is fluffy enough, watch my hand. Pretend this is just one crochet hook. This is a 0.75 millimeter, and I also have a 0.5 millimeter, like this. The hook is facing up. It's laying across my palm like this. My hand grips it like this, or like this. The hook is facing my thumb. Turn around. So the hook's facing up, like that. Boom, like that. Like that. You want to be able to do this. Now, grab the hair on the dreadlock. I pull it all to one side, holding it like this between my fingers. And then between my fingers are here, right here, right beside the dreadlock. I'm gonna take the hook, go through the dread, come out right here where the hair is closest to the dread, right here in this area, and pull it in. I'm going straight through the middle. This first one, because the hair is way over here, I'm grabbing it, pulling it in. When I pull it in, I pull that hair down a little bit, and I go back in. Like that. And I take this hair. I want this hair to go in this area because it's real thin in this area, so I'm gonna go out like that. So when I pull the hair through, it's hooked on this side, and then the hooked area goes back in and goes back out like that. Once I got the majority of the big hairs in there with the 0.75, I'll go back with the 0.5. And I'm just pulling the hair to the side, and then wherever I pull the hair and pinch the hair with these two fingers, my needle is coming through and is going down that crease. It's not going all the way over here. It's not going into this thumb. It's not going into that thumb. It's not reaching all the way over here. It's going down through the dread and a little crease right here. This crease between where these two fingers meet. So it grasps the hair. That. That's where the two fingers meet. Boom. I'm just bringing my hook in that area. And the motion is like this for my hand. Boom. See? Make sure you're holding the hook like this, and it'll work out fine. It takes practice to be able to hold the hook like this and to be able to do this. But that's all I'm doing. I'm just bringing the hook in and out, right down the crease of where the dread and these two fingers meet. If you see this crease right here, no crease, there's a crease, and I put a dread right there. Now there's three sides to that crease, and we want to go down that alley that's created by those three sides. And then we're squeezing the dread to the right size that we want it to be as we're crocheting it, and that's how we do it, like that. Now we'll do it again, second example. Grab the dread, pull it between two fingers, knuckle it down. Once it's thoroughly matted, you can tell because it's much thicker at the root now than it was before. Bring all the hair to one side where I can pinch it between my two fingers. Got a 0.75. This is this good starting position of the technique. Remember where it's placed in my hand. Go out, grab the hairs, come back in, still looped it, go back out, in and out. I'm reaching to grab those hairs that are kind of far away if necessary, and I'm pulling them into the area that I need them to be in so that I can mostly keep my hook in that alley, in that crease that we've created and I showed you before. We're using the 0.75 to grab the big hairs, because there's a lot of stray hairs at the root, and we'll go back in if necessary with a 0.5. See what I'm doing right here with these strays that are along the base, along the length of it? Same thing, I pull them all to one side, hold them between these two fingers, and between the crease, between these two fingers and the dreadlock, the needle goes and comes back in and out, in and out. It's going right through that dread, right through that crease right there. Just like that. Go back with 0.5, tidy up any loose areas. It's good to turn the dread back and forth to see if anything pops out awkwardly or weirdly. So you can pull that in tight. And just making it a little tighter in certain areas. See some areas like this fluffing out. Don't worry about that right now. That needs to be fixed later. But same thing, same principle goes for these little stray hairs. Look, goes in the right spot, right starting position. Goes in, hooks the hair, come out. Hooks the hair, come out. Especially when it goes slow, when you're out here at the base of the roots of the dreads. Because you're hooking that hair and you're pulling it in, but you're also pulling on a scalp. So you want to make sure that you're pulling mostly the loose hairs, the loops, and you're not pulling the base of those loose hairs. That will just pull a scalp.